Hey guys, I'm Rachel Lynn for Queen Bee of Honeydews, and today I'm back to show you how I added a chevron patterned planked ceiling to my home office. But before we get started, I just want to take a moment to ask you to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and if you want to get notified when a video comes out, be sure to click the bell. To get started, I'm first going to lay a chalk line from center point to center point on my ceiling and from corner to corner. I'm also going to lay a chalk line to indicate where the ceiling joists are located. You'll notice that I've also removed the light fixture from the ceiling so that it will not get in the way, but I am leaving my crown molding up and working around it. If you are concerned about the accuracy of your cuts, or if you plan to use plywood that is thicker than 1/4 inch, you will need to take that crown molding down and use it later to cover up any defects that you have. I've taken a 1/4 inch plywood and ripped it down into 5.5 inch planks. To get precise cuts on the corners, I made templates of varying degrees. 45-degree corners should be close to 22.5 on each side. To get my inner corner cut perfectly, I first cut my outer corner and then just laid the plank along the lines that I'd made before, and using a straight edge, just mark where that center line is. To attach the planks to the ceiling, I'm using some Loctite construction adhesive and just using my nail gun and nailing it up through where those ceiling joists are. So it's important to use that adhesive because without it, these thin plywood planks will begin to kind of get bowed out and have a warp look to them. So I just recommend that you don't skip that part of the process. So if you look at my ceiling, you can see that my planks do have that spacing between each one like you'll see on a wall. But you'll notice that I'm not using any type of spacers to get it. And what I'm doing to get this spacing is I am placing the planks tight against the previous plank that I put up and making my marks just like normal. But when I go out to the miter saw, I am actually doing the cut on the inside of that line, and doing that leaves just enough of a gap that when I put it up on the ceiling, I have that nice little space there. And it's not going to be exactly precise the way it would be if you were using a nickel or something like that, but you cannot tell from the floor that they're not exactly the same amount of space. And I just found that that's the easiest way to get the spacing in these ceiling planks. Then I just continue the same process for each side of the ceiling until I get everything finished. And then I'm just going to do some caulking between the crown molding and the planks to make everything transition smoothly and make sure that you don't get that caulk down in between those gaps. And once that's dry, I'm going to apply a coat of paint, and I could make up my mind between the darker and the lighter shades of gray here, but I ended up going with the lighter shade. Just whatever you choose, make sure that you either prime before you paint or use a paint that has a primer built into it like I am doing. Okay guys, I hope that was helpful. If you need more details on this project, I have the full post up over on my blog where you can find a little bit more detail on what I did and a few more options on what you can do to get this type of effect on your ceiling.